Okay, so we are still in module number 4 here, and this is lecture number 2 of module 4, and we are talking about implementation reality of AI initiatives. So we are going deep into why most AI initiatives don't even deliver on their promise. It's really about the model and not and really about the model and mostly about the implementation. So this we are going to unpack some of the real reasons for failure. So this is one of the frameworks that I am also introducing here. We often misinterpret resistance to a new technology. It's not usually about a lack of understanding or a desire to protect the turf. Instead, resistance is a diagnostic information. It tells us something is wrong with our approach. When clinicians resist, it often signals unacknowledged workflow disruption. They haven't been given a meaningful role in the design process. We are bypassing their expertise instead of augmenting it. So we must treat resistance as a signal and not as an obstacle. This leads us to directly into how we engage our stakeholders. So, building on the idea of resistance as diagnostic information, effective stakeholder engagement is very, very crucial for any AI implementation. It's not just about communication, it is about a structured architecture. We have three tiers of leadership roles here. Executive sponsors provide strategic framing and risk summaries. Operational owners, which is tier 2 in the slide, bridge the gap between the executive intent and the frontline reality. And frontline users need psychological safety to give honest feedback. Each tier has a distinct role in ensuring successful adoption. This engagement architecture helps us choose the right path for adoption. Now, with our engagement architecture in place, we need to choose the right adoption path. And this is not a one size fits all decision. We have two main paths here, the champion model or the mandated adoption. The champion model uses respected early adopters to drive the change. It's slower initially, but leads to more sustained adoption over time. This works best for complex clinical applications. Mandated adoption is faster initially, but often results in workarounds and abandonment. This is better for low complexity operational tools. The key question is, are we choosing the path that fits our culture or just the fastest one? Our choice here directly impacts the trust. So, choosing the right adoption path brings us to the critical issue of trust. So, trust is not just a psychological factor, it is a structural requirement for AI adoption. There are five conditions for frontline AI trust. Transparency means users understand what the tool does and its limits. Control means they can disagree with the tool without the negative consequences. Feedback ensures their concerns lead to actual changes. And evidence means the tool has proven its worth in real world scenarios. And protected time allows them to truly learn and integrate the tool. These conditions are essential for leadership to foster trust, which is a prerequisite for our readiness scorecard. So, one important mindset shift for leaders is how we interpret clinical resistance to AI. What we often hear is that clinicians are resistant to change, don't understand the technology, or protecting the turf. But in reality, resistance is usually diagnostic information. It often means the workflow disruption has not been acknowledged, clinicians were not involved in the design, and the system feels like it is replacing their judgment rather than supporting it. So, good leaders treat resistance as a signal to improve the design, not something to simply overcome. So, after building trust, we need a concrete way to decide if we are truly ready to go live. This readiness scorecard is another framework, is your final checkpoint before the deployment. It's about moving from theoretical trust to practical operational readiness. We are looking for clear indicators, not just good intentions. For example, we have actually tested the data pipeline in a live environment, or are we just assuming it will work? And have we truly defined the workflow protocol, or are we leaving it to chance? This scorecard helps us avoid costly missteps and ensures we have covered all our bases before committing to a full rollout. So, building on the readiness scorecard that we just discussed, this capstone AI decision checklist brings everything into one comprehensive tool. This is not just a theoretical exercise. This is a practical, defensible framework for every AI decision you are going to make. I've broken it down into two key sections. First, validating the use case, and then confirming the implementation readiness. Have you truly ruled out non AI alternatives, for instance? And is your frontline staff genuinely engaged in the design, not just informed? This checklist ensures your decisions are repeatable and robust, protecting your organization from expensive errors. So, we have covered a lot in this module, moving from understanding failure modes to building trust and ensuring readiness. This slide summarizes the key frameworks we have built. The critical takeaway here is a bridge from implementation to sustainability. Remember, governance matters most when everyone stops paying attention. That's when the real test of AI initiatives begin. And that's where these frameworks will continue to serve you. And we are going to continue in the next lecture.